The following program contains scenes in a medical environment. Viewer discretion is advised. Tonight on the Frontline for Hope, meet a little boy from New Jersey who hopes spinal surgery will give him the chance to play ball. Share the emotions of Madison's amazing lung transplant and join baby Dave's family as they hold on to hope. At St. Louis Children's Hospital, physicians and nurses push the boundaries of care for children who just want a chance to be kids again. Share incredible stories of hope and courage from one of the nation's top pediatric hospitals on the campus of Washington University Medical Center, where families have all said, "Take my child to Children's." Dawn brings another day and a second chance for 12-year-old Madison. After getting the call at 11 p.m. that compatible donor lungs had been found, Madison's family rushed to the hospital and stayed up all night to prepare for her transplant. Now, they begin the agonizing wait.
I don't think any of our families got any sleep last night. They took her back and she fell asleep pretty quickly. She's ready.
The surgery is expected to last over 8 hours, and it will be even longer before the Taliaferros can see their daughter again.
This is Madison Eileen Taliaferro. She's here for a bilateral lung transplant for Dr. Boston.
So the operation, what it entails is an incision that goes across the whole chest.
In the surgical suite, the transplant team begins the carefully timed procedure.
Starting. The initial part of the operation is just dissecting out all the vessels and the airway on both sides. Hey, can you turn up the OR lights, please?
The surgical team must remove both diseased lungs and be ready to implant the donor lungs the moment they arrive. It takes almost 2 hours of surgical preparation to expose the lungs and tie off Madison's blood vessels. Finally, the team is ready to remove Madison's right lung, but the donor lungs still have not arrived.
All right, so when are they going to be here? I've got all day here now.
Dr. Boston, that was Peggy, the transplant coordinator, and she said the lungs are to be here in approximately 30 minutes. The weather is bad, so they have to drive in. They can't take the helicopter.
With the lungs on their way, the transplant team puts Madison on the heart-lung machine.
Her heart will stop for a while because they'll hook her up to a heart machine and it'll pump her blood. And then they're gonna have to give her a blood transfusion because she's low on blood right now.
At 1:31 p.m., the donor lungs finally arrive and are rushed to the operating room. Dr. Umar Boston immediately begins to remove Madison's diseased right lung while the team prepares the donor lung.
You can start opening the lungs up and bring them up here in the next 5 minutes.
Bring the lung up. We have to dissect out the donor organ and get it prepared. I think it's going to be okay.
Dr. Boston is now ready to transplant the new right lung. While Madison's parents count the minutes until the next phone call from the operating room, another family prepares for life-changing surgery. 7-year-old Torrin Hart has cerebral palsy. His parents brought him to Children's from New Jersey and hope that spinal nerve surgery will give him the ability to walk flat-footed for the first time in his life.
He's a child who doesn't let anything stop him. You know, he's a child who he sees what he wants and he tries to go get it.
I want you to pick up the ball. Perfect. And carry it right over here. Both hands.
He's a basketball player and he's got a beautiful shot. But with him, when he shoots the ball, because he can't maintain his balance, he falls.
He doesn't matter that he has crutches, but he'll throw the crutches down and try to do what every other child does.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. It's good to meet you. Torrin, how are you?
Good.
How old are you?
7.
Torrin is very excited about what he'll be able to do coming out of this surgery.
His life will be much easier for him. And your life will be also much easier.
We're grateful.
Yes,
Honestly, we're grateful. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you for coming.
Nice to meet you.
We'll do our best. All right, Torrin. So, that's good. He's a cool guy.
Absolutely.
We make them walk for their lives. This is a sustained improvement, not temporary improvement. So that's huge.
In the surgical suite, the transplant team has been working on Madison for almost 5 hours. Now the donor lungs are carefully placed into Madison's chest.
And then the right lung gets sewn in.
Because that's just the first little bump. Get over that little hurdle and keep on going with the surgery.
Your left lung.
It's got a lot of people praying for it right now.
All right, you guys want to begin to ventilate? I just want these lungs to get expanded.
After the rush of surgery, the team steps back to watch Madison's lungs breathe new life for the very first time.
It's inflating and deflating. It blows up like it goes, and then it deflates. That's what it's supposed to do.
The new lungs are working perfectly. Now Madison's body must respond and function on its own again.
Let the heart do some work. Let's try to get us to 37 mark, and then we'll try to come off.
Doctors slowly withdraw support from the heart-lung machine and hope Madison's heart will start beating on its own again.
Looks great. Okay.
Hello.
I just want to let you know we have both of the lungs sewn into the chest.
And so everything's functioning? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Hi.
How are you? She looks good. The chest is closed up. Her blood pressure looks fine.
Okay.
She's not on a lot of other medications at all. So, so far she looks good.
Thank you so much.
No, you're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
I just want to see her.
Brave little girl.
The last thing I said to her was, "You are my sunshine," and that'll be the first thing I say to her when I see her again. Because that's our little thing. Mike and I, we just looked at her in awe, and it's the first time I've ever seen her breathe normal. I mean, it was up and down. It just flowed. There'll never be enough words of thanks to everybody, to all the people that were in there taking care of my baby girl today.
Madison's family is seeing their dream come true, but in the cardiac ICU, hope is fading for baby Dave.
I am the type of person who's looking for that one miracle. There are others who may say that's not practical. I fully realize that there are circumstances where things are very bleak. But there are other times that I think that we just simply don't know. Hope, for me, is the thing that kind of gives you the fortitude to get up in the morning to say, I'm going to give it another day. And I think for a lot of families, it's the same thing. They have to deal with some incredibly difficult situations. And if they didn't have hope, if we all didn't have hope, it would be hard to go on.
After the cath lab procedure, Dave's condition stabilized, and Mary returned home to North Carolina. Every night, as always, she says goodnight to Mark and baby Dave on the internet.
Wednesday night,
he started alarming. Yeah. He started beeping. And I said, "What's going on, Mark?" I said, "Oh, it's Dave, it's his heart rate."
So I checked his heart rate, and it's like jumping up crazy. And then the nurses are coming in, everybody's coming in.
I can see that they were on high alert. Something serious is going on.
Doctor is so very
He was worried. Then after about 10 minutes, they were doing chest compressions. I can't turn on the computer anymore. And so I just called him, and then I heard him mumbling prayers. I was hearing the nurse, and I was hearing the doctor.
And I remember doctor told me, Mark, let's stop this. We need to stop.
I told him, I said, go ahead, Lord, please take him. Doctor was on the line, and he said, Mary, I'm sorry, we didn't get him back.
And they have done everything already.
It was they who decided, I am ready to go, Mommy, Daddy. I am ready. I dreamt about Dave last night. Everything was bright and white, and Dave was just there in the middle of the clouds, his face. And when I woke up, I just had this happy feeling. And it was kind of Dave telling me that he's okay.
That he'll be okay, and he'll go to heaven.
That he is ready to go.
Today was his first time out of bed after surgery. I think he started realizing more and more the difference in the feelings of his legs.
It's a big difference.
Okay, you ready? Lean forward and push straight up. I got you.
He's doing so much better, as you can see today.
Look at how tall you are today. He just needed to be told, you got it, you know. Does it hurt as much as it did yesterday? No? Very good, buddy. Very good.
I'm doing good, man. We're seeing him walk with his heels touching the ground.
Yes.
He's a lot more stable in his ability to get around. It's just phenomenal.
Go, go, go. Here, put your hand back down on here. It's easier for you. Okay, stand up tall.
He's happier, he's more confident.
We anticipate that he'll be almost 100%. This is a whole different quality of life that we had no idea that he could have.
He's already pedaling.
And we're excited, we're hopeful, and we're relieved.
I know he's going to be successful, because we want him to be able to remember and help other people and just do all the things he wants to do in life.
Madison shows dramatic improvement just one day after her transplant.
She's made amazing strides, I think, from last night.
Who gets a pair of lungs one day and sits up in a bed the next? She's been fighting to get the tube out of her mouth since 8:30 last night. You want to go on the other side now?
When I came on, she was already kind of awake. The first thing she was asking for was her phone.
What's that? What do you need help with?
She said video. Is basically what she said. And I said, what about a video? Tell people I can talk. And I said, you want to tell people you can talk? And she said, yes.
She says I can talk again.
That's great.
Hey, wait. And breathe.
Can't wait to see what other things she spreads me with.
Is she awake?
You better watch out. She might tell you have something on your pants again. I don't know.
Well, I can't wait to hear what comes out of her mouth, I'll tell you.
She's doing great. We're delighted that she's off ventilatory support and awake and communicating with us.
Dr. Sweet's here, and she said,
I'm sure that I'm in for a run for my money. Okay, you're doing fantastic. This will get better day by day. Okay, just hang in there and get some rest. All right. Do you remember how to smile? Excellent. I can see the personality coming out. One day at a time, still very happy with where things are at. And families who get to this point after cystic fibrosis and after a lung transplant
They know they're in for the long haul. They know there's going to be ups and downs in this. They're strong people.
Squeeze your daddy's hand so you know daddy made it here, okay? Yeah.
Madison may never know who gave her the gift of life, but Dr. Sweet is certain she will be forever grateful.
I'm looking forward to doing a donor light ceremony and being able to share Madison and her journey with the rest of the community. I can't wait to see that.
The Vicentes returned to Children's Hospital for a visit. In their sorrow, they are also grateful. When Dave was born, doctors in North Carolina gave him just 24 hours to live. But thanks to the care he received at Children's Hospital, he made memories for 8 months.
This is our home. Dave and me stayed for 8 months.
Thank you. How are you doing?
Dave's short life touched many people.
I consider St. Louis our home.
All his firsts were in here. His first smile, his first Thanksgiving, he was a turkey, and then during Halloween, he was a pumpkin. And then during Christmas, of course, he was an elf. Last night, we received this card from the CQ nurses. It made me cry again, and I said, Mark, they still remember us. They're still thinking about us and Dave.
If I'm gonna be a nurse, I might work here.
Yeah, why not?
I'd like to, return the care that they gave Dave for other children here.
Yeah.
We miss St. Louis a lot.
Dave had a short life, but he had served his life very well. He gave us 8 months. Who could ask for more? Never lose hope.
16 days after receiving new lungs, Madison is leaving the hospital.
She's been on a road that most of us would still be laying flat from. Went down to the operating room, got a new set of lungs, came back up to the ICU, had a few bumps in the road in the ICU, and now is sitting in the room carrying on like the princess that she is.
I got a lung transplant. It makes me feel happy and kind of weird.
With new hope, she has a lot to look forward to.
Doing the things that I never got to do before. Like spending the night at Parker's house and going on trips to see my other friends.
I'm ecstatic. It's always fantastic to be able to see the results of our team's efforts come to fruition and see a little girl who was very sick going into transplant, getting ready to go home.
Madison can enjoy being a kid again, but her battle is far from over. She must continue to take medication to fight off rejection of her new lungs and life-threatening infections.
They're very prepared, and Mom is on top of everything.
Show me, prove me wrong.
It's like 625.
Holy cow! That's great, though. Now that the transplant is here, I can see Madison having a great life. She deserves it. I didn't know I would enjoy St. Louis Children's Hospital as much as I have.
Bye. Thank you.
It's comforting. They're truly a second family now. I don't think Dr. Sweet's going anywhere from our Christmas card list for quite some time.
After 3 months of follow-up in St. Louis, Dr. Sweet gives Madison the green light to move back home to Kansas. Her long-term prognosis is good, even though the lung transplant is not a cure for cystic fibrosis. But for now, it's time to celebrate the simple joys of life. At St. Louis Children's Hospital, every day is a journey to the front line for hope.
I cannot accept that 50 years from now, we will be exactly the same place we are today. Because if we look back to the past and we didn't try, we didn't push, we didn't do different things, we wouldn't be here. Paradigm shifts can't occur visions can't be accomplished unless we have the capacity to see a different future. And the means of transportation to get to that, in part, is hope.